Talking now with Madison College head softball coach Leo Kalinowski as we catch up with all the head coaches in action here this spring 2021. And Coach, let's first talk a little bit about how your team and program has handled the challenges that COVID has brought on. You had a 8-game season that was shortened last year. Some players that came and went. So how has the softball team kind of handled all the challenges of COVID?
I think this year's squad is doing an outstanding job, and we keep sending them new protocols. They have a lot of different restrictions, but each day they come to practice and our games with a great attitude. I mean, that's the thing most impressive I see of these players. I don't hear any complaining about it. They're just happy to be on the field. We get tested twice a week. We got protocols we got to do. Just like everybody else, but they're just happy to be on the field, and I haven't heard them complain once about it.
You've got a pretty healthy, I say that in terms of numbers, group of sophomores back from last year's team that didn't really get a chance to play. Have you noticed that situation kind of fueling their fire for this year?
I think it is, because last year there was high expectations, and then it was taken away. And coming into the last fall in the season, there's still high expectations, and they just want to get back on that field and live up those expectations. And they've been working hard at it. I mean, we were fortunate to practice in the fall. They did their weekly workouts during the off season. They took care of things academically. I mean, so they were anxious to get on the field.
What have you seen from that group through the first half of this season?
That group, that's very, very strong leadership. I mean, it's been outstanding. They took, like I said, they didn't let the pandemic bother them. They just controlled what they controlled, and they've been very strong leaders for our incoming freshmen and our first-year players.
You mentioned the incoming group. You've had some really dynamite kids step up in that group. Casey Fountain of late has really kind of put her name on the map and atop the list of players to be watching out for. So what have you seen from her and maybe some of the other freshmen?
Casey's had an outstanding career at her high school. She's a very gifted athlete. She's a two-way player for pitcher and hitting wise. Can play position as well. I mean, she's just really stepped it up and really fine-tuned her pitching. She's been doing an outstanding job that way. I mean, there's got other freshman, Katie Joten, coming in from playing shortstop for us. Leadoff hitter. She's been outstanding defensively and hitting wise. You get Bree Brantner, who's one of our outfielders. Maddie Kraftak. Same thing. I mean, there's an incoming freshman was very, very talented group of players this year.
You're a little bit more than halfway through this regular season. What's the outlook for what's still ahead, both regular season and playoffs?
Well, right now we got, this weekend we got some long stretch here today, tomorrow, and Sunday. They're all regional dates for our seeding purposes. Then next week we got a couple more contests that we have just for the seeding. I mean, we're right in the thick of things right now, but no, we can't afford to lose a game. Obviously, lose a game for the seeding purposes. So it looks good, but like any other ball game, you don't know what's going to happen. We lost a couple games this year that we didn't think we should have lost, but we did. But that's just the way the sport is.
Big series coming up as well on Monday, April 26th with Rock Valley as you look at the chase for the N4C title.
Yeah, that's it's always a battle with Rock Valley. They got an outstanding program. They won I don't know how many national championships and our conference titles, and I mean they're well coached. They do an outstanding job, get some good athletes, and it's the type of competition that we love to compete against. So it's going to be a battle. We split with them last time, and we're hoping that we'd take two from them this time and to do the conference title.
Well, Leo, best of luck the rest of this season and beyond, and we appreciate the time and the update on Wolfpack softball.
Thank you very much, and go Wolfpack.